guys, welcome back. Today I am doing a haul. Not just any haul though, I'm doing a haul of all of the beauty products I bought while I was in the States. So we've got Ulta, we've got CVS, we've got Walgreens. I'm so excited to share everything that I got with you guys today. Also, yes, if you're wondering, Sari, are you wearing the same thing you wore in your last video? Yes, I am, because I'm still sick, and honestly, I don't feel like putting on anything other than like a big comfy hoodie right now. I got my Ulta bag and my Walgreens bag. I have never been to Ulta before this trip, so this time I was like, I need to hit these places up and do some shopping. But I'm gonna start off with the drugstore. Like I said, I did go to CVS too, but I only got a few things, so I just kind of combined everything. So I'm gonna go through those things first. Okay, so the first thing I got, which is not exciting at all, is one of the Wet n Wild contour duos. This is the darker one, which is called Caramel Toffee. I wanted something yellow to set my under eye area when I was gone. Not gonna lie, I haven't tried the contour shade, but I do like the yellow shade, and this is like super dirty because if you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen that my RCMA no colored powder exploded in my makeup bag, so this is nice and dirty. I was actually really disappointed that neither Walgreens nor CVS had a good Wet n Wild selection, because that was one of the brands I was really looking for. Here in Western Canada, at least, we like do not get new Wet n Wild stuff at all. Like, this has been out for like at least a couple years now, and we only got this in Walmart like at the end of last summer, basically. I also picked up the Milani Prime Shield. This is the mattifying oil-free primer. Haven't really tried this out enough yet to form an opinion. Another brand that I was just disappointed that they didn't have more of. I really wanted to try and find some of the Milani liquid lipsticks, but like, neither of the stores had a good display for Milani at all. And the only other things I got at CVS were a couple small hair products from Not Your Mother's. I got the Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo and then the Beach Babe Sea Salt Spray. It was so funny, James knows me so well. I already had like the travel size of this, and I was looking at their full sizes, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to get the full size too. And he was like, no, you're super picky with dry shampoos. Try the small one first, and then you can get a bigger size later if you really want to. And I was like, you are so right. I did try this briefly on the trip, and I wasn't like super wowed by it, so I ended up not getting the full size, but haven't really tried these again once enough to form an opinion. I don't really know if this brand is good, but I've always heard people just like talk about it on YouTube over the years, and when I saw them I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, moving on to the more exciting portion of this haul, at least in my opinion. One of the first things I got at Walgreens was the new L'Oreal Blend Artist Infallible Foundation Blender Sponge. I don't have it in here because I used it yesterday and today. I have yet to see these here in the Canadian drugstores, but I hope to God we are getting these sponges. This is so good, you guys, and I know quite a few people have already done reviews, but like, oh my god, this sponge is amazing. If you're into the beauty blender or like into using makeup sponges at all, and you've like tried a variety of them, you know, like when you feel a dry sponge, you don't even have to wet it or start using it. You know just by feeling it when it's dry if it's going to be good or not. And I took this out like in the Walgreens parking lot and felt it, and I was like, yes, this is going to be a good sponge. It is by far the closest thing I have ever found to the beauty blender. Like, it's so nice and soft and squishy. The one thing I wish it was just like a traditional egg shape, because this is kind of awkward for like the eye area, but this works so well, you guys. If you have not tried it, go out and get it. I am a die-hard beauty blender fan, but honestly, if we get these in Canada, I might not use the beauty blender anymore because this is phenomenal. I will link this down below too, of course. Everything, as always, will be linked in the description bar, but this is so good. It's way better than the Real Technique sponge too. Like, the Real Technique sponge is like a little bit too soft. It's too like flimsy for me. This is like the perfect balance. One of the things I was by far the most excited to find at Walgreens was Soap and Glory makeup. So you guys know I went crazy for the One Heck of a Blot line. Got the powder, really liking this so far, and the primer too. This is pretty much the only primer I used on my trip. I have to say I really enjoy it. It's not like 100% mattifying, but it does a really great job. And then I also got the foundation, which I have not tried yet. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want to see a first impressions on this guy. I'm very excited to try it because it's supposed to be just like absolute holy grail status for us oily skinned gals and guys out there. And then the only other product I got from Soap and Glory was this Archery Voluboost Brow Fiber Gel. I didn't even know they made a product like this, but it's essentially like a gimme brow kind of product. It's just like a little tiny tinted brow gel with like the little fibers and the little wand. Then I got two of these Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Lip Colors. I've seen people talk about these on Instagram before and just like rave about them. I didn't see any other products from Jordana. I only saw a display with these. And these are just a liquid lipstick. I bought the shades Creme Brulee and Buttercream Frosting. They're just like nudes, pinky nudes, my usual kind of lip colors. I also got one random little Milani lipstick. We do have Milani here at Superstore, at least where I live in Canada, but the display is so small and it's it's always so picked over. Everything is always either sold out or anything they do have has been like opened and swatched. It's so gross. But this is the shade Nude Cream number 26, and it's just a pinky nude once again. The smell of this is a little bit much. It's kind of like a baby powdery like Jolly Rancher scent. And then another thing I was super excited to find was the Airspun Powder. I feel like so many people talk about this online, and I know this has like a super weird old lady like perfumey scent that people complain about, so I might end up hating it, but I saw it and I was like, I need to try this out because we do not have this in Canada, so I'm really excited to test it and see what I think. And then finally from Walgreens, I got a hair product from L'Oreal. This says it's new, and I'm not gonna lie, the packaging definitely sucked me in. It says it is the Air Dry It Wave Swept Spray, heat-free style, frizz resistant with flexible hold for all hair types. I thought this would just be really nice for like on the cruise and everything, because whenever I travel, I don't bring a blow dryer or anything, so I thought this would be nice after like getting out of the ocean and everything to like enhance that kind of texture. And even before I like got in the salt water and my hair got some like texture going on, this worked really well even on my naturally super straight hair. It added like a surprising amount of texture to my hair, so I might talk about this more in my February favorites too, because I did really enjoy it. I had to take a break because James was just in here feeding Chloe, but now we are moving on to Ulta. Okay, first thing, I actually bought these at Disney, but they sell this brand at Ulta, so I thought it would fit in better here than in my Disney haul. I got some H2O Equilibrium Cleansing Face Wipes. This is a pack of 45. I just ran out of cotton rounds to use with my Bioderma when I was gone, so I had to pick these up. I was actually looking at them at Ulta, which was funny, but I was like, nah. And of course, they were like more expensive at Disney for the exact same thing, but I do actually like these. They don't work super well for mascara, but everything else, they're really nice. So I decided to pick up the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I just bought the lightest shade, I believe, which is just called Light. I can't order IT Cosmetics online. I order them from Beautylish all the time, but I just figured like while I was there, why not just pick this up? I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. This stuff is supposed to be like really heavy duty and thick, but it's supposed to be amazing, and from what I've heard, this tube is going to last me a lifetime because a very little bit goes a very long way. I kind of feel like this is a product that you either love or hate because it is supposed to be so thick, but I'm very excited to try it. You guys know I had to pick up some Lorac products. So first thing, I picked up a couple of these Color Source Buildable Blushes because I think these are still pretty new, but I've heard so many people rave about them. I bought the shade Tinge, and these are both matte, I believe, but let me open this up and show you guys the shades. Honestly, I'm excited to film this haul because after I do, I can actually put all of this stuff away. So once again, this is Tinge now that I finally have it open. This is just like a really pale, soft, muted kind of pink. All of these blushes are very light, but from what I've heard in other people's reviews is they build up really well and actually give you a surprising amount of color, but I thought both of these just look really nice for like soft everyday blushes. And the second shade I bought is called Technicolor. This one's a little bit deeper, but still just like a really soft, pretty peach. This is the one I actually chose first because this is definitely like a very me color. I like the packaging on these two. They're like magnetic and they just feel really nice. And I did also decide to pick up the Lorac Pro 3 palette. I only own Lorac Unzipped, and it's because a friend picked it up for me in the States one time. I don't have the original Lorac Pro, and I was really tempted by that one, but looking at the shades between all three of them, I just thought this one would be a better fit for me. This one, I just loved like the range of mattes in here. Like there's such a good variety of mattes, and then of course all the shimmer shades are beautiful. I played around with this a teeny tiny bit and they are amazing. Like these like satiny shimmery kind of shades, they feel so smooth. Like I've never felt a smoother eyeshadow than the Lorac ones. They're so buttery and just like so easy to blend. They are so nice. I'm so jealous of everyone in the States who has like easy access to Lorac. And then their palettes always also do come with like their deluxe size sample of their eye primer. I've had this in the past, but it's not my favorite. It's a little bit too sticky for my liking. And I also did check out the Laura Geller display. The only thing I ended up picking up was the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator. Guess what shade I got? If you guessed Gilded Honey, you would be right, which you guys might be like, girl, you're so fair usually, why would you get this shade? But I just like had to try it. There was so much hype around this product, and like I've just seen so many good reviews about it. I had to get it, even though it's like kind of a deeper highlight for my skin tone. Right now when I have a little bit of a tan, it actually works really nicely. Like I'm wearing it today. I feel like the camera's not going to like do it justice, but it is really pretty, especially when you're like out in the sun. It is really bright and glowy. I'm kind of wishing I got a lighter shade in this formula too while I was there for when I'm not tan. And then a product that was honestly such an impulse buy. I don't even fully know what this product is meant to do. It is the Mallee Evercolor Poreless Face Defender. I think this is kind of like a primer, but I've just heard like rave reviews from girls who have like more oily skin and large pores. It's just a little compact. It does come with like a thick wedge sponge too, which is across the room on my vanity. I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to look. It's kind of like a balm, but I don't know if you guys can see. Mine's kind of like cloudy and weird. I googled pictures and some other people's compacts look like this, but I'm not 100% sure. All I actually have left now is just some sheet masks and some hair care. I bought these sheet masks from Wen, which I'm just realizing something in here leaked a little bit because these are like super sticky and gross. These were like so cheap. They were $1.75, I believe, and I've heard these masks are really good. But I bought these to use when I was traveling, and I just didn't end up doing it now. And now that I have them at home, I'm like, oh, I have so many sheet masks. What was I thinking? But I got the Snow Magic, which is supposed to be brightening. I also got the Last Choice and then the 10 p.m. These are all so sticky. I'm like, don't want to touch them. Yeah, I'm excited to try these, and they were like so cheap, you can't go wrong. Last few items, I feel like this must be what leaked a little bit because it is so sticky. It is the L'Oreal Paris Advanced Hairstyle Boosted Blowout Heat Spray for the hair. We don't, this is so slimy, I hate it. We don't have this line of L'Oreal hair care in Canada. I love like all kinds of like blowout and heat protectant type products, you guys know. I also got some Batiste in the Sassy and Daring Wild scent. We don't have the full range of Batiste, so when I saw the Batiste section at Ulta, I almost said Dry Bar, I don't know why. When I saw the Batiste section with like the 10 plus different kinds, I was just like, ah. Batiste is like my favorite dry shampoo for those of you who don't know, and we only have I think like 3 or 4 different kinds here, and everybody talks about this one. I also picked up a can of the Psst original dry shampoo. I tried this one today and I do really like it. And it does smell amazing. Like, it's probably the best smelling dry shampoo I've ever tried, so I'm gonna be really sad when I run out of this. And then going back to the thing of just always wanting to try Not Your Mother's, and I settled on this double take dry finish texture spray because I figured even if I'm not in love with this, it's something I can use up. And this honestly is more of a dry shampoo too. The smell on this one though, not good. It just like hangs in the air and it's just like so overwhelming. That was all of the beauty products I bought when I was in the States. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you live in the States, which most of you guys watching me do, I hope this was interesting to see what kind of brands we like can't get in Canada. I'm honestly super jealous of you guys, but hopefully I can come back to the States sometime soon. They did sign me up for like an Ulta membership, so now I pretty much have to, right? I mean, they said this purchase already got me like $6 in credit or whatever, or however their points card works. So like I have to come back, right? Like I need to now. I can't just let that $6 sit there. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. Once again, give a thumbs up if you want to see a first impressions on the Soap and Glory foundation. Go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I am at SARI Riviana on all 3. And hit that subscribe button down below if you are new here. I would so appreciate it. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.